Okay, abusia ba makwa abasonko so edeba Ghana politics avenue so abusia yembonra yensemu Speaker of Parliament Semon Electoral Commission Mensa&Bossman asare se omu hia omo ewo Parliament dedenden na omu kokopie mu ewo Parliament House Mensa edwane maneka Bossman asare nko ana behwe de NDC minority exposed upon exposed at Electoral Commission Bossman asare fambola onhu de oye no ho na eba illegal ballot papers be a course so 2024 December elections na busuya Bossman asare onhu de onya na yebisa na question no de afa yebisa no enti abusuya mo yanko na yankonko tie ensema course so ewo Parliament House NDC majority de omode ye electoral commissioners no hon Bossman asare no oje no hoje na mo yanko na yankonko tie madam ase.
Thank you very much. Honorable Member, any supplementary question?
Indeed, yes, Mr. Chairman. Now, we have just informed this House that you ordered for the printing of the ballot papers that you referenced without receiving pro-approval from the PPA. And that amounted to breach of law. The procurement breach of the law. Or breach of the procurement law. You agree with me? The question is that he agrees with me that that conduct amounts to a breach of the Procurement Act.
Well. Honorable members, please allow me to handle the House. I don't want these interjections.
You want to answer the question for him? Mr. Chairman.
Have you finished the question?
Oh, hold on. Mr. Chairman, please save me from my brothers. When I asked that the chairperson herself be here, they say no. He's capable of answering. Now he's answering, you are worried. He's answering the question, you are worried.
Honorable Dafiama, are you done with the question?
Yes, I've asked the question.
Honorable Deputy Chairman, did you hear the question?
Yes, I heard the question.
Then you can go ahead to answer the question.
There was no breach of the procurement law. There was no breach. The commission wrote to the CTRC on 2nd December, and the elections were supposed to take place on 7th December. In the response by the CTRC, they indicated that we wrote to them on the 2nd of December. And before we printed the ballots, we wrote to the CTRC. So CTRC knew all the printing houses and the specific regions they were printing. So we didn't go to PPA. So it was only appropriate that when we had to redraw ballots for the eastern and central regions, we had to go back to the same organization that permitted us to engage these printing houses. So as far as we are concerned, there was no breach of the procurement law. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Very well. Honorable members. Yes, Honorable Nelson.
Please. You just told this House that but for ordering that printing of the ballots be done with prior to seeking approval, you would have been behind time. You just said that.
Is that the question?
Yes, that's the question.
Yeah. Deputy Commissioner, you may respond to him.
Yes. We said we had the problem came on the Friday, which was 29th November. Then we met with our parties on Sunday, which was 1st December. And in that meeting, the EC together with the parties identified 3 printers who will be able to do the work within the time available. So, Honorable, if you remember, Mr. Chairman, we had to reschedule the special voting for these 2 regions. So whilst all the other 14 regions were having the special voting, we had to reschedule the one for this particular 2 regions. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
If we do a yes or no answer, it will help. Now, please. Now, who was Honorable Deputy Commissioner? If I may have your attention. Now, which entity was in charge of the distribution of the ballot paper that you claim leaked, as a result of which you had to print a new one?
Yes, Honorable Deputy Commissioner.
Which entity was in charge of the distribution? The distribution was done before. No, the distribution historically has been done by the EC together with the Ghana Police Service. And when we are distributing to, the political parties are involved. So it's not done by only the EC. The EC is the lead person, lead institution, but the Ghana Police Service, the political parties also have their representatives.
Don't misunderstand my question. I am asking you whose responsibility, official duty it is to distribute the ballot papers. Ballot papers which leaked, as a result of which you have to reprint. That's my question.
In terms of responsibility in this, is the Electoral Commission.
Thank you. That's all I need.
Well. Honorable Dafema, but we've asked 3 supplementary questions.
Mr. Speaker.
Sit down.
Honorable members, please allow me. Honorable members, shall we read the... Please resume your seat. Please resume your seat. I just want to read the order aloud for all of us. The leader may have the supplementary questions more than 5. But the owner of the question has not more than 3 supplementary questions per our standing orders. The leader is there. The leader may have the opportunity to ask as many questions that he has. But please, let's all respect the standing orders. The standing orders is saying the owner of the question. In this case, Honorable Dafiamopo is here as the owner of the question. He has asked the main question, the substantive question, and I've given him 3 other chances to ask by way of supplementary questions. So please, let's allow the procedure to go on. If there is any other question you want to ask, you can pass it on to somebody else. I beg of you. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, just for a guide, is the evidence that I have asked 3 supplementary questions since the substantive? Is that the evidence? I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well. Honorable members. Yes, let me start with Honorable Member for Solar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Please, no interjections. If you want to speak, I'll give you the opportunity. Only that, if we spend so much time, I may have to bring it to a close. Per our standing order, you shouldn't spend more than 1 hour for questions. So if the questions are so sensitive, I may indulge our time so that we go beyond it. But if we begin interjecting members, then within 1 hour, we shall bring this session to a close. So let's respect each other so that we can have enough time to ask any question you want to ask. Yes, let me come to Member for Solar.
I thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, my question is, what could have caused the leakage of the ballot papers, and were there any investigations carried out and people found culpable punished? Because it costs us money.
Thank you very much. Honorable Commissioner.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. The National Security wrote a letter to the Commission that they were investigating, but we haven't received any report to that effect.
Very well. So I will give you one more chance.
Mr. Chairman, I'm not satisfied with the answer.
It's not the issue of I'm satisfied or I'm not satisfied. Please. That is the answer he can offer. Let's take it. Yes. Yeah. Let me go here. Honorable Member for Bandai.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to find out from the EC. He said when they realized that the ballot papers leaked, and looking at how close the elections were, they invited the political parties. Can you tell us the political parties that were involved?
Yes. Honorable Deputy Commissioner.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. All the political parties that were registered at the time, including even those that did not have candidates for the presidential elections, all of them attended that meeting.
Very well.
NPP and NDC were there.
Very well. Now let me go to, okay. No, let me.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to find out from the EC. He's quoted amounts that they use in printing the ballots. Did you spend according to the approved budget? Thank you very much.
Yes, Deputy Commissioner.
Yes, please. We spent according to the approved budget.
Very well. Yes, let me go to main team. I request main team.
Oh, my. Yes, Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. Please, you accepted or you indicated that it was the commissioner, electoral commissioner, that was responsible for the distribution of the papers. That is what you told us. The electoral commission. Yes. Now, if you were responsible for that and there was a leakage, would you accept a failure on your part?
Yes, Deputy Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Although the Electoral Commission is mainly responsible for that, there are other institutions, several players who also play a role. And at the time, the Commission was thinking about the greater good of the Ghanaian society. And we believe that going into the elections, having all the players accepting the rules of the game was more important. So the Commission took that decision. Thank you.
Very well. I come here one, so I'll come to you. Yes, let me go to Honorable Member for
Lower
Dentura.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. May I know for the Deputy Commissioner that during printing, all political parties are required to be there to ensure the supervision of the printing?
Yes, Deputy Commissioner.
Yes, please. We gave letters to all the political parties, so not all of them were able to provide agents, but a number of them had their agents there. Thank you.
Very well.
My follow-up question. Is it also true? I heard a news item that stated that there was no leakage. However, it was rather the NDC rep who was in the room who detected an anomaly, and therefore there was no leakage, and then raised the issue.
Yes, Deputy Commissioner.
That's not the case, Mr. Chairman.
Very well. Let me come to you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to ask the Deputy Commissioner whether this incident, this has been the first of its kind, and if this was not the first of its kind, how did they help solve this, the earlier one, apart from this current one?
Well, Deputy Commissioner.
That's the first time as an institution we've had such a problem.
Any follow-up? Yes. Dr. Kabiru.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I will want to know whether or not the circumstances that led to the printing of ballots after the general elections, as posed by in the question, whether it was peculiar to these elections or previous cases. We've had such cases in the past where you have to print ballots after the general elections.
Yes, Deputy Commissioner.
If I got the question well, did you say printing ballots after the general election or signing contracts?
The question that was posed to you was whether you have awarded contract for the printing of ballots, for the printing and supply of ballots. That was the substantive question that was asked. And you answered it by brilliantly. The question that I'm asking as a follow-up is whether or not that situation of awarding and printing ballot was only peculiar to the 2024 election or 2020 elections. Before even that one, we have similar cases of you having to award and print ballots after the elections.
Yes.
No,
Or since the election.
thank you, Mr. Chairman. The standard practice is you give the award before the printing even begins. But this was a special circumstance, and the law allows that for you to address that. And let me also state that the Central Tender Committee, when we wrote the letter to them, their first meeting after the letter was 23rd of December. So they couldn't have given us the approval before the elections. Thank you.
Chairman, you didn't understand my question.
You are follow up a second question, please.
You didn't understand my question.
Honorable Dr. Kabiru.
Yeah.
If you didn't understand it, put the question in such a way that you understand. But you take it as your first question has been asked.
Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, the question I'm asking is that the Electoral Commissioner admitted that they had awarded contract for the printing and supply of ballot box since the 2024 general election. His answer has admitted that. And I'm asking, is this the practice within the commission even before these particular elections? That's the question I'm asking.
Yes, Deputy Commissioner.
And I try to explain that the standard practice is to award the contracts before. But this was a special circumstance which necessitated that. Thank you.
Second question.
Dr. Kabilo,
let
me go to Reverend Intoso.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would like to know from the Deputy Electoral Officer that with regards to he reporting this matter to the National Security, may I know the last time you made a follow-up? Because it is 6 months after election. When was the last time you made a follow-up with the with the National Security, where they have gotten to? Because you were expecting a report from them.
Yes, Deputy Commissioner.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Right after the elections, we followed up. But we didn't get any response. And you know, we are in the process of doing a review of the 2024 general elections. We should be doing it very soon. So these are some of the things we'll be talking about.
Well.
Mr. Speaker, he said right after the elections. Right after the elections could be in January. We are in June. So you mean after January, you have not made any follow-up as to whether they are done or not? That was my question. So if you're saying that you did a follow-up right after the election, it implies that it could be January. So my question is that, when was the last time after your right after the election?
Yes, Deputy Commissioner.
Mr. Chairman, we have our Deputy Chairman for Operation who is primarily in charge of that. And he has done the follow-ups, as I said, right after the election. And the 2024 election, as far as the Electoral Commission is concerned, we haven't concluded the process. So these are some of the things very soon you hear from us. Thank you.
Very well. Honourable members, this side is... so I'll give Ashaman, then... so Ashaman, let me hear you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, I heard from the Deputy Director that they seek approval from the CTR. Is that the authority responsible for procurement issues in this country? And B, which procurement method did you use in getting the contract for the supply